Hi everybody, my name is Jan Dufour and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. Get through some business. If you're seeing me on YouTube and you want to go to my blog where I'll have a project sheet and more cutting instructions, go to stampmesilly.com. If you have any questions or if you'd like a free catalog and you don't already have a demonstrator, you can email me at jandufour@yahoo.com. Or if you want to go directly to my store to order, go to jandufour.stampinup.net. Today's project started out totally different than the way it ended up. And I'm sure that happens to you. If you fool with crafting at all, sometimes the vision you have in your head doesn't work out the way you think it will. But this is what I ended up with, and I'm quite pleased with it. This comes from the suite Les Shoppes. I'll show you in the catalog. It's a collection. Les Shoppes is the catalog or the entire collection, but the stamp sets Let's Go Shopping. There's a bundle that you can get. There's also DSP, which of course I used. And that's in the new annual catalog. What I originally started with, I wanted to make a pop-up card. And I've made lots of those, but I was kind of winging this because I didn't have any directions. I was making it myself. I'm going to put this aside for a moment. And I thought, wouldn't it be cute to have a whole little shop line here? This paper is one of the DSP papers, which I'll show you later. It looks like cobblestone, and it has, you know, a craft shop and clothing and a little cafe. And isn't that cute? And I wanted it to pop up. So when you open it up, it does in fact have another little shop that says, Let's Get Together. It's really cute. I used an embossing folder to make it look like cobblestone on the inside. I'm not sure you can see that a little bit. And then I decided I needed some background trees and sky. I created a little mechanism. I even drew it out and everything. And I thought, this is going to take an hour to explain how to do it. And as cute as it is, it's really not a quick or easy card. It's not difficult, it just takes time. So then I had all of these pieces of buildings that I cut out. Now, the way this set works is, let me show you the paper of, there's 6 sheets, 2 each of different shops that you can fussy cut. Now, if you look at them carefully, it's not really difficult to fussy cut because you're not going all in the nooks and crannies. You can see here, I left white space up at the top. I did go around here, but some of them have flowers on the bottom and I just didn't bother. So you don't have to take a long time fussy cutting. So I decided that's what I was gonna do. That was my next section. And so in that case, I was only using the words. And what I wanted to do was Let's Get Together. So again, I'll have all of the cutting instructions for the sizes of the paper, etc. But obviously, once you fussy cut the building, it took less than a minute, seriously. And then maybe another 2 minutes to get all of the other sheets cut out. Again, I will have instructions. And I changed the colors because I wanted the building to be not fighting with the background color. Originally I had Granny Apple Green, and that was for a grass effect outside the cobblestones, which is cute, but it just didn't go with this building. Natural grass would have been fine, but the artificial turf I was going to create for it did not go in my mind. And then I wanted it popped up because I thought would make, isn't that a pretty background too? It would make the building stand out a little bit. Don't forget to use up your pieces. These work perfectly well. I wanted to show you, and I also wanted to get rid of it. As you'll notice, I've cut edges. That's when I want specific size pieces. Like for example, if I cut it right here, I can take this whole piece and we'll make that the top. A lot less trying to get these little tiny ones all over the place, and it's not wasting. So, and then I'm going to put a couple in the middle. There we go. that's plenty. Even then through the mail, you know, people say you have to be careful when you go through the mail. You do have to be careful as far as postage. You know, weight, if it goes over an ounce, then it costs an additional whatever cents. And by the time you see this, the postal rates will have already gone up. They're going up weekend of the 6th, I think. But anyway, so there you have it. And I wanted him right about here. So isn't that a cute card? And then on the inside, I wanted to put "Let's Get Together." Well, this card, you know, our Stamparatus is gone. And you know that I've made my stamp positioner myself, but it's limited in size and I can't put a full card in there. I'll show you a couple of ways that I've taken care of that, but the simplest one is you have to draw a line so that it's straight. So I'm making sure that this line here lines up with the edge of the card. That lines up with the fold line. Do not use a regular pen. This is a friction. And then I want it to be somewhere in between like that, so that I've left even space over there. Then what I do, let's cover up my glue. Then what I do is take my ink pad and I stamp up my ink on here. And then I have a place, oh, it's upside down, that would have been good. Then I can look, even though I've got the camera in the way, and be more certain that I'm making it straight. Again, not a regular pen, but I thought the red would stand out good. Now, do not immediately try to erase this. You will make a mess. So I left one that required, yes. So here's one with the red. And because it's an erasable pen, or you can use a soft white eraser to take away pencil marks. But after it's well dried, you can remove the line. It doesn't show and it's very straight. So, oops, and it has a little thing in there. So here's another one I made. Because it was a short building, I added "Wish You Were Here" and then "Let's Get Together." This is the original one I made, "Let's Get Together." Then I decided, you know, I have all of these die cuts that go with the stamps. And they do, in fact, go with the stamps. There's buildings in there that you can cut out. However, these die cuts do not fit on the DSP, which is unusual. Usually they do fit, but for whatever reason, I guess they figured you would stamp one. So I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and do that and stamp out. And with the suite, you get these little sparklies that you can put. It's obviously built to make it a shaker card if you want to. So originally the building's all solid, but then there's a piece that will cut out this, it will cut out the door, it will cut out all these three things. On the background is where I stamped the little things, and then I just added the little menu on the outside with the word cafe in the background. And I still said, "Let's get together." But here's another way that you can put it if you're afraid to make sure that you get it straight. You can always just stamp it and make a tag out of it, or use another die cut or punch to punch it out so that it is straight, if you're worried about that. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this little quick tutorial on ways to get around different things and how your ideas that you start off with can end up with something just as good. Bye.